All right. This one's from my hometown.
Oh, tea.
From one of my good friends growing up too. So I didn't hear about this case until we put this prompt out, which is so fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't believe I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm from a little beach town you might be familiar with called Oceanside, CA. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with it. Where you have a 1 out of 247 chance of falling victim to a violent crime.
Sorry.
That's like a low odd, isn't it?
Wait,
One of
what?
how many?
1 out of 247.
That's pretty high.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gabby going, I'm moving back. It sounds pretty safe, dude.
Although I've witnessed multiple crazy events back in the 90s and 2000s, one case literally made me pee shy and unable to use public restrooms for over a decade. The case of the murdered 9-year-old Matthew Secchi. Yeah, this is so sad. Matthew was just 9 years old at the time of his murder, which really traumatized the Oceanside community. Matthew and his family had been attending a family reunion camping at the Oceanside harbor. Matthew's father had just been diagnosed with cancer and was unable to attend the family reunion. Thus being said, whenever Matthew needed to use the restroom, he would be accompanied by a relative to use the female restroom with them. Being 9 years old and not wanting to use the female restroom anymore, his family allowed him to use the men's restroom as long as someone waited outside for him. November 14th, Matthew used the restroom while his aunt waited outside for him.
I can't believe his aunt was outside.
Matthew's aunt recalled she saw one teenage boy enter the bathroom. So this little boy's in the bathroom. Matthew's aunt recalled she saw one teenage boy enter the bathroom quickly and leave immediately. Not thinking anything about it, she continued to wait for Matthew. Time went by, she became concerned and decided to check on Matthew. She entered the bathroom to find Matthew on the floor in a pool of his blood. His throat had been slashed from ear to ear. Bystanders and family tried to perform CPR on Matthew and stop the bleeding, but it was too late, and Matthew was pronounced dead on the scene. Several days later, a 40-year-old woman in Hollywood was stabbed and robbed by 20-year-old Brandon Wilson. He's from Wisconsin, go figure.
Oh.
The knife used to slash Matthew's neck was found on Brandon. Dude. Stabbed by 20. Okay. He immediately confessed to the killing of Matthew, and he was sentenced to the death penalty. During the trial, Brandon would tell the jury that he killed on behalf of messages from God. Okay, so this person was fucking crazy.
Tapped in. Oh.
I remember the days following the murder, seeing Matthew's baseball picture plastered all over the media. Matthew and I were both 9 years old and had the same baseball pictures, which truly traumatized me. I couldn't piss in public for so long. To this day, every time I piss in a urinal, I think I'm going to get my throat slashed. This case made the already panicked moms of the 90s even more frantic and unstable. The saddest part is that the Secchi family had moved away from Southern California to escape crime, only to have their son murdered. Had moved away. Okay. In the end, Brandon ended up taking the pussy way out and hanging himself at the San Quentin prison. Apologies that this wasn't funny at all. Well, that's okay.
It's okay. Lee has been trying to hold in his laughs this whole time, so.
And such a downer, but the story literally changed something in my fucking brain. Nancy Grace said that this is the saddest case she's ever reported.
That's so fucking sad.
So sweet.
Oh.
May he rest in peace.
That's really, really sad.
That's fucking terrible, dude. I was talking to one of my friends, Jen, today about it, and she was like, "You don't remember that case?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Dude, it fucked us all up." She's like, "It fucked up Oceanside."
Oh my God.
But yeah, I guess, yeah, the aunt was waiting outside of the bathroom stall. Somebody walked in there, slit his throat, and walked out.
Crazy.
That's crazy that it can happen. I was just having a conversation last night about this, about how, like, I feel like one of the scariest things as a parent is, like, you created this little being that you just, like, you love more than anything that you've ever loved in your entire life. And every time your little, like, little creation is out of your sight. That could be the last time you ever see it again. Oh my God.
know, it's
that
so
honestly is
sad.
like out of everything that scares me about being a parent, that is the thing that makes me not want to be a parent. Like that suffering that loss is so debilitating. And yeah, like that fundamentally does just change you. And like that person's not even, that was just someone who just heard about the story and it fundamentally changed them.
9 years old.
I know.
9 years old.
And how demented and wicked do you have to be to just harm a little sweet baby child?
No,
killing
demented.
a grown adult, frowned upon, but killing a child, absolutely not. That's where I draw the line. Okay.
No, and the thing about the message from God. So this guy was like delusional, probably schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm. Good thing he was out walking about.
Are these all murders? Are we only doing murders?
Oh well,
No,
so far. No, next one I have is not.
Okay.
And
no, not that it matters. I just think it's funny that it's all murders.
Oh,
That's
we've
the
got some
only scandal there
pedophilia
is.
sprinkled in here.
Tight.
yeah, Lee. We sure do.
Ellie.
Okay.